When I started fly fishing about 2 years ago, part of the allure was getting out there. At the time, I didn't know exactly where there could be, so I did what any logical person would do. I found a friend who loves getting out there regularly and just happens to have found a passion for fly fishing like me. Meet Zach. Zach and I met through work and we both had a common love for fishing. As luck would have it, when I approached Zach about the idea for this trip, he had a perfect spot in mind: Lonesome Lake in Lincoln, New Hampshire. The lake itself is a remote trout pond that is aerial stocked in the spring by New Hampshire Fish and Game, and the scenery is second to none. Having never hiked into a remote location to fish before, and having not hiked in a while, I was pumped to have someone experienced on my side. So with a location set, we needed a plan. So, having hiked the Lonesome Lake Trail previously, what should we be expecting in regards to terrain and just the hike in general?
I'd say like loose terrain, a lot of rivery spots, waterfalls, a couple river crossings, kind of wet area. And of course to Lonesome Lake there's many routes to go up, but this one is very most scenic route, I guess. It'll be steady going, so.
That's what I like to hear. So what are we looking at as far as route here to get to the lake?
Start off down at the basin, follow the Basin Cascade Trail, cross over the Cascade Brook Trail. So as you can see, there's a couple of river crossings right here along the Basin Cascade Trail. And once you get over the Cascade Brook Trail, once again you have to cross a pretty decent river crossing. And then you're kind of free flowing on a very tight trail up the Cascade Brook Trail, loose gravel, a couple of rocks to hop over, some cool logs you jump on to kind of avoid the water, which is real nice, and then it's a nice easy hike all the way up to Lonesome Lake. Once you get along closest to Lonesome Lake, you do a quick little right-hand turn, and I mean, you see a lot of greenery. It's real nice, it's pleasant, it's quiet, and it's kind of nice to get away from the bugs from the rivers.
Oh yeah. You know we got lots of those bugs with that wet season we've had.
Oh yeah, of course. We've got a couple of the bugs hanging out in here too.
After doing a little looking into what kind of fish we're going to be going after, it's brook trout. I thought it was pretty cool that this particular remote pond is aerial stocked. So take them in by helicopter, drop them in, stock them every year. Pretty cool place to go.
Fish to catch, you know? And I mean, fishing on top of a mountain, you can't really say you do that anywhere, and especially in New Hampshire, you can't beat that.
It's kind of what the Granite State's all about, right?
Live free or die.
So, as well as finding out the species, checking out what types of flies are going to be the best to use when we're out there, just do a quick search, White Mountain fly patterns, and I tied up a whole bunch of those. We've got the deer hair caddis, have some ants, some prince nymph flies, a couple streamers, woolly buggers.
Got a whole setup there. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, so hopefully soft hackles. Hopefully we have everything we need, and I'm a big fan of tying my own and catching everything on non-store-bought flies.
So you're telling me you tied all of those flies, and one of those flies is going to catch a fish?
Hopefully more than one of those flies is going to catch a fish.
That's what I like to hear.
But yes, tying flies is another one of my many passions, as well as fishing and
beer.
Much beer. With a solid game plan in place, we set out to gather our supplies. The night before our trip, we loaded all the gear we would need to catch fish and tell the story. Needless to say, we did not pack light.
Tasty.
All that was left to do now is get a good night's sleep.
Well done.
So it's 3:34 a.m. First stop, gas station. So tell me a little bit about how you have your truck set up.
This is my truck. It's set up.
So there you have it, the truck. It's set up.
Way down. There she is, baby.
So we made it to the basin. This is the start of our day. We're gonna make our way up to Lonesome Lake from here. So let's get after it.
Have a bunch of them on the way up too. I wonder how those are doing after all this rain. I mean, you can see it got pretty washed out on the main trail.
With our hike underway, we were lucky enough to have the Trailside River be our soundtrack for the morning. Just the kind of music of the outdoors I had been craving. And just like that, we arrived at our first river crossing. Ain't afraid of no water.
Read some news on All Trails. Said the river washed it out. It was too difficult to cross. Simple.
Nice easy water crossing.
Oh yeah. So you want to go the quick way out? Easy way.
I think I'm gonna go for the easy way. So far, not too bad. Definitely a really nice hike. And looking forward to getting up to the lake. We made quick work of the second water crossing and we're well on our way. Taking a quick break here. How far along are we, Zach?
Probably about 2 miles in. Probably another half mile to go, and we're at Lonesome Lake.
So, done a couple of water crossings, seen a lot of cool waterfalls, a lot of good nature out here. Really nice hike, well marked. It's kind of muddy today, had a lot of rain this year, but navigating's still good. And we're gonna make our way up to the lake and get some fishing done.
As you can see, we're not there. You can definitely tell we're getting up a little bit higher. I can smell the alpine, smells like pine trees. Don't hear the river anymore, just this nice little stream right below us. We're getting close.
Home stretch. See that sun cutting through the trees? We made it up to Lonesome Lake.
We're gonna do some sports on the lake behind us here. This is the lake where we're gonna do this stuff right here.
So that's the place. Gonna find our first spot, get rigged up, and see if we can catch some fish. Seeing bunches of rises already, so looks like we'll be able to catch them on dries. We'll give it a shot, see how it goes. Getting those first casts in the lake felt so satisfying. All the planning and hiking was a distant memory as we started soaking up the mountain air and focused on what we came to do.
Don't think I'm gonna get hit right here.
Go fly fishing. So that's what we did. We fished.
Alright, now just let it kind of drift. Manage the line, but don't,
We continued to make our way around the lake, never giving in to the thought that despite all the fish activity we saw, we may not catch any.
go into like that next pocket there with bush flagging. Then we can move through there.
Right here?
It's probably beyond this little.
In the little cove?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't see why not.
As the reality of the day was quickly setting in, we needed to regroup. No fish to report as of yet, but did catch some beverages. Time for a little break. We certainly didn't come away empty-handed, though. We both received a healthy dose of the realities of fly fishing and its volleys. With our day of fishing at Lonesome Lake coming to an end, it was time to say goodbye to this beautiful place tucked away in the White Mountains of New Hampshire.
Just had to have a dry fly
They were just ready to eat.
right on the top and there we go.
See the camping site back there? The guy tripped off of that stump right there and hit his head on the rocks down below. Floated on down there. His friend found him the next day.
Made it.
So we made it back. Didn't quite go as we had planned, but sometimes that happens. I want to thank you, Zach, for bringing me out there, showing me a remote trout pond. Never been to one. It was the first time for me. Nice hike in, nice scenic views on the way up, and the lake was it was incredible.
Can't beat it.
Anything else?
Fucking hungry, dude.
This guy just needs to eat and take a nap, so we're gonna close it out, and hopefully we'll be able to take some more fishing trips in the future. See ya.